Hey everyone, welcome to Toy Brief. I'm Aileen.
I'm George.
I'm Neil.
And we are here with the second wave of the Watchmen action figures.
My beard is longer than the Watchmen comic book.
That's pretty good.
And that's long. Look at this. Alright, so you remember Series 1, talked about them last time. Silk Spectre,
Ozymandias,
Rorschach, not to be confused with Horshack.
Modern Nite Owl.
So Series 2, same exact packaging as Series 1, which is really good, nice packaging. Silk Spectre Classic, The Comedian, Dr. Manhattan, and Nite Owl Classic. Now, here, let's start with the open ones here while I open this guy. So let's start with Comedian first, since he goes into the regular set of guys.
Same basis as the first one, still DC Direct, so all gonna mesh up nicely on your shelf. So the Comedian, what do you think?
That's good. Out of the line of the Series 2 here, the new ones, he's my least favorite. I think the sculpting is a little soft, and I think the
It's got a really wide neck.
he doesn't really look as much like the movie guys as the rest of these do, I think. I don't know, there's something wrong with the head, and the rest of it just kind of looks like kind of mushy and soft, maybe a little pastel-y or something.
I see what you're saying about the soft.
It just doesn't seem like as detailed and cool. It's like, look at everything is kind of just like melted into them. The straps are all kind of just melty, and I don't know, it just doesn't look as awesome as the rest of these. I'll show you some details on the classic Silk Spectre when we get to it that I think are just much better. It's got some good articulation though. It's
generally
nice.
a good action figure though.
Yeah, as far as figures go, it's nice. It looks good. It's just not. It's out of this line. It's my least favorite. Let's also move on to the current version of the Dr. Manhattan. This is kind of cool because Dr. Manhattan figure, it has the same articulation as all the rest of them with the ball shoulders and elbows, but he comes with a second set of legs, so you can pop off his torso and pop on the floaty legs. Now, obviously, if you're trying to display your figure, it doesn't work
come with
well.
something to that's gonna be stupid if you can't.
Oh wait, you know what?
Wait, he does.
He does. I hadn't opened this yet, so.
Well, we will talk about Nite Owl while you open that.
Okay.
Here we have classic shorty short pants Nite Owl. It is a good figure. It has some paint issues compared to the rest, I think. There's like big kind of glop of paint right there.
Where?
Or that
Is
could
that
be
paint?
that could be a seam line.
That's a seam. That's a
Oh
seam.
wow! I thought wow. There's a giant seam line running right down the front of each leg. That's not good.
Well, whatever. That's action figures. There's seams all over action figures.
No, you know what? I look at something else and I go, hey, look, I can't see the seam on here. It works with the outfit, the costume, the character. This, I see a huge giant seam on each leg.
It almost looks like the flesh. It needs a little bit more paint or something.
There
It's
needs
just
to be
one
shading.
color.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the face has some shading, some pinks and stuff going on, but yeah, the arms are just flat.
I have to say, on all of these, I hate the bases and I hate the way the pegging system is with one peg and one random foot.
I noticed that.
So you can't really stand them on the base where you'd want to. I mean, with him, it's kind of easy. This is nice. We'll get back to this for a sec. I do like the floating pose. That's kind of cool the way they made it. He's on a little wave, which is whatever. You can ignore that. But it is nice that you can display him that way. Or you can play with him with his legs if you're going to be playing with it.
And they went with the nice, modest black underwear.
I wish they hadn't.
Situation.
I wish it would have been the full nude version, because really, that's
But it's an action figure.
That's the way the character looks. But these are for adults anyway. This is an adult collector
Have you ever
series.
seen a nude action figure?
Whatever. You could buy 12-inch dolls and they're nude. It doesn't matter. You can take the clothes off. It should have had an option to take that off. Not that I want us to be like, oh, look, he's got a penis. Who cares? But seriously, let's get over this whole thing about his penis, everybody. It's a penis. All guys have penises.
What?
What?
Yeah,
What?
it's crazy. There's 2 penises on this couch.
We're not
I'll let
telling
you
you
decide. Now, one thing I want to get back to this guy. Classic Nite Owl. I really, really like the articulation they did with his shoulders. It's still a ball joint, although it has the look of the
T-shirt?
of the shirt, and it kind of just moves in like that. I really like how they handled that. It was executed real nicely, and the details on this are awesome. I mean, everything is like sculpted real well in 3D, looks real nice. Same thing with the classic Silk Spectre. It just looks great. I mean, the details of this flowy skirt that are on her, the look of the, like, you can see through her top almost to the bottom, and the way they shaded the black underneath, where it's different from the yellow. Really nice paint job on this. And then they added actual fishnet stockings instead of just painting them on.
That's a nice touch. Which
looks real nice. So it looks nice when you move her leg and everything. And she's sculpted in kind of a little bit of a pose, which is kind of neat.
I think she's my favorite figure in this.
It's just a real nice classic 50s pinup figure, even if you're not collecting Watchmen, you know? It just looks like a cool classic figure. You can kind of see up to the skirt a little bit, gives it a little bit of a naughtiness to it. So let's see who sculpted this set. This was the Comedian Dr. Manhattan were sculpted by Tim Bruckner, and Nite Owl Classic and Silk Spectre Classic were sculpted by Karen Polinko. So good job, both of you guys.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Guy and girl.
I'd have to say she's my favorite.
Yeah, that out of this set, Series 2,
really good
that's
detail.
my favorite. Actually, probably out of
the whole set.
Series 1 and 2, that's probably my favorite one as well.
I don't know. I'm digging Nite Owl. I like...
Yeah?
That's my second favorite.
It's like almost stylized in a way. Like the angles on him.
I really hope, regardless of how the movie does, that DC continues to make at least the rest of the classic guys. I mean, you got the 2 classic guys. And honestly, even though it was the stupidest thing in the movie, you need Ozymandias' dumb tiger thing.
Bubastis?
Whatever it's called.
The blue cap?
Yeah. I mean, it was the stupidest piece in the movie, but it would be cool to have with your figure.
Yeah.
I mean, he kind of needs it.
I could see
especially
that.
if he's going to be all dressed up like a superhero.
I would also like to note that the modern Nite Owl has the stupid little thing on the belt, the little
owl thrower.
Weapon thing.
Boomerang.
That comes off that you have to leave this horrible rubber band on. Classic Nite Owl sculpted on just like it should be. It looks great.
Yeah.
Fabulous. Should have been like that on this one too.
Yeah. I do enjoy that it's stuck on. I think we should probably just glue this on. So it looks stupid with a rubber band on it.
Her face is great. That's awesome.
Yeah, it really is.
It's good, right?
Yeah.
And Neil would know.
I would know.
I don't know why. So yeah, overall, really good figures. These are DC Direct. You can pick them up at your local comic book store. Again, the bases are terrible.
Yeah, the one peg.
With the one peg and 1 foot.
Not cool.
Over to the side, and they all have to stand over to the side. Like, it's just, I don't know, it's just dumb. It doesn't allow for me to put it where I want to put it.
But you could take them off the base and just have them.
But they don't stand real well.
Well, I see your point.
So,
mine stands fine.
As action figures go, they're pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us for Toy Brief, and don't forget to watch ToyBreak.com every week for more in the world of designer vinyl action figures and all sorts of toy news.